Hi there. Today I'm going to just display to you and demonstrate how easy it is to make homemade coleslaw. You can buy them ready-made, but I also want to show you the different ways that you can make coleslaw. Obviously, if you've got a RoboCoupe or one of these choppers, you can easily make it with that. It's got the grater implement, but today I'm just going to kind of do the hand job of this coleslaw. It is a very easy salad often to make because you tend to have the ingredients at home, and I've got some carrots. I've got also a spring head of cabbage. I like to sometimes put a bit of radish in it as well, and also just for a bit of colour or some good vitamins and chlorophyll, I use some parsley. So just bear with me, and I will just now change the angle of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I've got here is I had the whole cabbage and I've cut it in half and I've quartered it, and I'm only just going to use a quarter of it. So very simply, you just take the edges off and make sure you've got a really good sharp knife for this. And really it just depends on you completely how you decide to which side you want to cut. I always tend to keep the stalk in, and then I might just cut the ends off just so I've got to make sure that I've got a smooth start or a clean start. And then you just slice the cabbage and make sure that you've got a good grip on your knife. Keep the wrists relaxed. And obviously this, as I tell you, I haven't taken this off yet, so. And there we are. Now again, you can actually rinse the cabbage out, you know, and you can put some salt to get most of the water out, or you can actually just put it in. I tend to sort of not wash the cabbage because it's already quite a tight bud of a vegetable really. So obviously with lettuces you might get lots of insects inside, especially if they're organically grown. But I'm just going to really display a small amount for you. I think that's a bit slight. So again, just very quickly. Usually 1/4 of a normal size, you know, smallish but to normal, medium would be fine. More than enough for one person. 1/4, because it does yield a lot of vegetables. Anyhow, moving on to the carrots, I will be using a peeler for this. A really great peeler. Peelers are brilliant for carrots, any of the root vegetables, and particularly potatoes as well. So I've already done one here earlier, but just to show you, using the peeler, I always put my vegetable down on the board and then use the pressure of the peeler against the vegetable, and that way it saves you possibly taking, you know, a baby skin or scuffing your knuckles or your nails, which is easily done. That's it. And right now I'm just going to grate it. You can, depending on the amount that you've got, you might sometimes want to use something like the Magimix or the RoboCoupe, these kind of graters. But if you notice, these holes are quite small. This is great for making cheese or parmesan. You can get the great bigger holes for these. But today I'm just going to use a hand grater. And again, it just depends on the quantity of vegetables you are preparing. I mean, I have created massive portions of those by hand as well. So just you know, just make sure that whatever method works for you. It's very simply just press the vegetable against the grater till you get right to the end. And here we've got the carrots, and I'll just put that in. Excellent. So now we've got the start of a coleslaw with the carrot and the cabbage. Alright, now I'm going to show you that I'm just going to use, I actually like putting celery in it, and I've got a tiny bit, which is kind of the nice bit because of course it's the heart, the inside of the celery. You can give it a quick rinse through. And again, since it's the heart and it's quite small, I'm probably not going to trim it down any further. If you get the large outer bits, you can obviously, you want to take the whiskers or the long threads off, because they can be quite coarse and they get stuck in your teeth. And also, really, once you get to the inside of that, it's much more tender and there's much more of a right size for it. Again, just nice small pieces using a knife. And you know, really, cooking is a very individual thing, so you just want to make sure that you are happy with what you cook. So here I'm now going to use a radish, and for this as well, I'm going to grate it. Okay, what's nice about this is you're going to get bits of nice white and pink bits in your salad. It'll also give an extra bite. Very simple to use when you use a grater. Now, I have used French radishes as well in salads before, and I might actually make them into matchsticks for that. They really bring a salad out because of its colour. Okay, you know, you can already see it's looking great there. So just give it a bit of a toss with your hands. You know, don't be afraid to use your hands as well as your kitchen utensils. All right. Now I'm just going to chop a bit of parsley up. And again, just gather the parsley. Get a good knife, a bladed knife. Try and use, I mean, this is one of my kitchen knives, you know, it's nice and it's a Japanese style, really steel blade, good steel blade, and it's very sharp. And it just allows me to really I use it for everything, pretty much. And while I have got other knives, a fish knife and things, this is my main one that I tend to carry around as well. And you just want to chop it right down. Alright, so it's quite finely chopped, as you can see. Just mind your finger as you swipe the bits off. So I think that's just about right. And again, it's a matter of preference. You know, this could have a lot more cabbage if you wanted, but I think this is kind of a nice amount, and you can already see its colour, the various colours and textures. Great. So now for the dressing, which is what I'm going to make. So what I'm going to do here, actually I just grabbed the wrong bottle, I got a soy sauce out. But in fact I just want to salt my salad a bit. And I'm just going to, while I make the dressing, I'm just going to leave this a bit salted. This is some Himalayan salt. These are quite tough vegetables as well in a coleslaw. So, you know, you don't want to over salt it, but you also don't want to under salt it as well, or under season it. And I might even put a bit of black pepper. All right, now to make the salad dressing, I am going to put some mayonnaise in. Okay. People always say to me they love my coleslaw because it's not as mayonnaisey. I think some of them tend to be a bit thick on the mayonnaise. But I do put a generous amount, a couple of tablespoons probably. I may need to add some more. But the trick with my mayonnaise dressing for a coleslaw, in fact, is by adding the vinaigrette that comes from the gherkin, spiced already. It's got a bit of the onions, it's got a bit of the mustard seeds, and it just makes, it's a really good way of using up the vinegar. I mean, you can see my jar is quite empty because I do use it quite a lot, so it's a fantastic way of reusing, or rather just using up the dressing. So I just essentially add a bit of that, and if I'm concerned about the bits of the seeds going into it, I just use a small strainer like so and just pour it in. Okay, so here now I'm just going to give it a bit of a stir. Okay, we've got to the bit now where there's not many bits where it's smoothing out. Okay, just pour it in. I'm just going to give it really good mixture. You can see it's not hugely thick on the dressing. I think it's a little, needs a tiny bit more. So I'm just going to add a bit more of that vinegar. And you can actually do it straight in as well. But obviously if you put it right from the beginning, you're going to have quite a big amount to cream into. But you know, there are no hard fast rules. You know, it's your kitchen. And in your kitchen, you work with how you feel most comfortable working in. Okay, it's a whole different ball game when you're working in a commercial kitchen, I can tell you that. Lots of rules and regulations. So just to retry. Perfect. Okay. So really, a salad like this is perfect with a side as a side dish. You know, as you can imagine, with burgers or anything like that. You see, these are a few bits of chicken that I've made. That was made actually at my mother's house a day or so ago, and this is leftovers, and they're the Japanese type little chicken nuggets that you make that are really, really lovely. So I've just been reheating it in the oven, and the coleslaw will make a great accompaniment. Okay, so I'm just kind of just wiping the surface so I can plate up the chicken and the salad together. I'm putting it on a plate. I'm just going to turn the camera around here a bit. So we've got the plate there. Let's start with the salad. There you are. Very simple. Just keep fingers, just a nice little bit of various pieces of chicken. And then see, this is a very simple dish being served with a bit of chicken nuggets, karaage chicken technically, and a bit of the coleslaw. So bon appetit, enjoy it, and thanks for watching. My name is Rafa, and today just a little quick demo on how to make a coleslaw. So I'll speak to you soon, and thanks again. Bye. It's so good. Just brilliant. I'm just enjoying the chicken so much. That's really excellent. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed it. It's a really quick thing to make, and I might be posting a few more things, so I really look forward to seeing you again. Bye. Happy days. Bye.